just outside Birkenhead, and it was a Lancashire and Cheshire contest, and I won that. And the first prize was an audition with Jack Hilton in Manchester, and I won that competition. Gave me an audition, and Ernie was there at that audition.
Ernie had some crazy name at that stage, didn't he?
No. No, Ernie Wise he was. that's crazy enough as it is. His real name is Wiseman, but they took the last part off.
Reputation ever since. But you were doing silly songs.
I got the funny name, Bartholomew.
Bartholomew?
That's my name, John Eric.
So who changed it?
A lady's husband called Adelaide Hall was the lady. She was a singer. An American singer, a black American singer. She was marvellous. And her husband was a man called Bert Hicks. And he said, Bartholomew looks terrible on a marquee, it won't work. You know, because they call them marquees, like top of the bill and all that. And he said, where does your boy come from? This is to my mother. And she says, he comes from Morecambe. He said, well, why don't you call him Morecambe? And we did.
Which is nearly as long as Bartholomew?
It is, yeah. We were going to call Ernie Leeds, but it sounds like a cheap day return, so I know.
Wasn't he classified as the young Mr. Leeds?
No.
He was.
No, you've got it all mixed up.
No,
he was England's Mickey Rooney.
England, oh.
Which is just outside Leeds.
That's what it was.
Yeah. It's Bradford, Leeds, and Mickey Rooney.
Actually, your first television series wasn't all that successful.
Oh, you saw it, did you?
I did. At that point.
Oh, no, that was 1953. Yes, it was fine, really. I don't know. They hammered us. We got hammered. It was only once a fortnight, a little half-hour show once a fortnight. And how old were we? 26 or something like that, you know.
And the critics, really took you apart?
Oh, yes. I remember all the write-ups, all of them.
Psychologically damaged ever since?
How dare they put such mediocre talent on television? How McColgan stands out like a rose in a garden of weeds. It's true, all true. First man, is that a television in the corner? Second man, no, that's the box they buried Morecambe and Wise in last night.
Well, you went on to greater things. We've got a clip,
I'd like to know, though, where all those critics went.
Well, we'll tell you after this clip, because this goes back to ATV in Birmingham.
It was called... ATV?
It was called Two of a Kind. You remember it very well when you were
I'd like to speak to you about Einstein's theory of astrophysics. This, of course, is a very, very fascinating subject and very, very difficult for the ordinary man. But as you know, we are... as you know, we are surrounded by a lot of commonplace things like... motor cars, aeroplanes, and vacuum cleaners. And very few people seem to understand...
That's fantastic, isn't it? Isn't that lovely? 62.
You haven't changed a bit, have you? Still as young-looking and dashing as ever?
I wish I was, I can tell you that.
Actually,
Slim I was there, and hair.
with having a face as recognisable as yours, it obviously must make going places rather difficult.
No, I enjoy it. I always feel that anybody who says, oh, don't bother me, and I don't want to be a star, and I don't want this, that, and the other, talking rhubarb. I mean, what are they in it for? They can only then be in it for the money, you know. But I mean, to have success, I think, is absolutely fantastic. To be recognised.
But there was one point when you weren't recognised, wasn't there? And, when you went out with Dickie Davis to a football match.
Oh, yes, coming from Wembley. Oh, yes, to see an England game. My mind, it was dark. I was coming out, and there was thousands of people milling out. And I was with Gary, my eldest son. And we were walking along, and I said something to a lady. We were all like this, walking along. And I said something to this lady, thinking, well, you know, she recognised the voice. She didn't. I said something like, well, keep going, young man, whatever it was. And she hit me with an umbrella. And fortunately, Gary stood in front of me, because he would have been taller if he hadn't done that.